Thank you for tuning in to the BizNation podcast. My name is Kerry Zarb, and I've been helping business owners just like you go from headache to heaven in a heartbeat for over 20 years. I'll be giving you all the top advice for getting started in your business, but I'll also be speaking with some of the best business minds to inspire you with valuable insights to help you get ahead in your business. If you've ever hit a roadblock or lost your passion, then this is the podcast for you. Hey there, thanks for joining me today. I'm Kerry and this is episode 48. On today's show, we have a super amazing guest. We have John Kapos, aka Chocolate Johnny from Perfection Chocolates in Rose Bay in Sydney. I first discovered John on TikTok. And let me tell you, John caught my attention because this engaging guy was actually live on TikTok making hot chocolates in his store. And he was not only getting attention through the streaming on TikTok, but he had obviously the engagement from the customers in his store. Welcome to the show, John.
G'day, Kerry, and thank you so much for having me.
You're very welcome. It's great to have you here. I'm super excited and we've got so much to chat about and we're just going to have some fun with it as well.
No, that's what I'm here for. I'm not here for the chocolate. I'm here for the chat and the fun.
Oh, but I have to say, John, the chocolate looks amazing. For those that are listening, you haven't got a visual, but the chocolate behind John there is just looking, it's making me hungry. It really is.
They're going to have to watch this on YouTube or come along and follow you on all the platforms so they can see all this amazing stuff.
Absolutely agree with that. Thanks, John. So, John, tell me about TikTok. We're going to start with TikTok because that's where you caught my attention. That's where I first joined your audience and I was one of your viewers and it was super cool. So how did that come around? You know, give us a bit of a journey tale.
TikTok started back in Musical.ly days. Kerry, I don't know if you remember, TikTok was originally called Musical.ly. And TikTok then bought out Musical.ly. So I have two accounts on my TikTok account. I have Chocolate Johnny, which is a personal one. And when I first started a few years ago on that, I was really doing a lot of stuff on it, silly things, singing, dancing, 56, or back then I was a 50-year-old and doing silly stuff, trying to get the attention of my sons and daughter and embarrassing them. That was my objective, the bad dad theory, I said. And then we hadn't created Perfection Chocolates, which was unusual for me because I always capture both markets, both names. Whatever platform, I've got both names. Anyway, TikTok then bought out Musical.ly. I didn't really do too much on Chocolate Johnny, but I really went all in on Perfection Chocolates. I thought to myself, what am I going to do here? I've put so much work into Instagram and all these others. Is it going to be worth it? Anyway, fast forward from my first TikTok more than a year ago now to today, and we are at 13,000 followers. So I went from 0 to less than a year, and we're 13,000 followers. Now let's compare that to Instagram, which has taken me 7 years to get to 3,800 followers.
Wow.
But the big thing for me is that TikTok has much more engagement. I have monetized way more, and I've utilized it for a small business owner that I think has really revolutionized TikTok, and a few others have seen it and said, wow, we love your ideas on using it for a small bricks and mortar business. And in turn, some other people have looked at it and doing the same and have grown to 1 million followers, etc. I mean, I'd love 1 million followers, but I'm not enough on there. I just started doing, I tell you how I did start.
Yeah, please.
What I did was I already had an LED ring light because I love live video. Kerry mentioned before at the beginning, I've been live streaming since 2014-15 on Meerkat and Periscope, and I built a beautiful community on there that would watch me 4 or 5 times a day live stream about nothing or about serious topics. Anyway, I got on. I thought, well, how can I do this? Anyway, so what I did is I put the ring light in the store. I put it right at the back of the store. We got a long, wide retail store here in Rose Bay, and I put a phone in the middle of it, turned on the light, put a massive sign. I said, "Do you want to become TikTok famous? Pick a product that we make and do a dance, sing a song, be silly, but you must show the product. If you don't show the product, we won't post it or we'll delete it." Anyway, that started getting a bit of momentum with all my customers, which then I realized were young adults down to school kids. And I got a whole range of videos, free content, and promoting Perfection Chocolate. I did nothing. And so I kept on promoting them and telling them and thanking them to a point where one Sunday a lady walks in, and I won't name her because if she hears this, she'll go, "Oh, don't mention my name." I'll call her Susan. Sorry, Susan. She walks in. She looked like she just got out of bed. It was, I think, 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning. She looked like she just got out of bed. She had her 3 daughters. She's got 4 kids. She had 3 daughters. She dragged them along, and they were just rushing to the end of the store. Turned on. They just knew. They turned on the LED, the ring light. They turned on the phone. They set it all up and started doing TikTok dances. And I said, "What's wrong, Susan?" She said, "Oh my God, all I could hear was they wanted to come to Perfection Chocolates and do a TikTok dance, Chocolate Johnny. Can you?" Well, I said, "Oh, I'm really sorry. Can I, would you like a hot chocolate?" "Yes, I'll have a hot chocolate." "No, make me a mocha. I'll sit here and just wait for them. And make the kids a hot chocolate too." But she paid for them. She offered to pay for them. I said, "Look, let me give you." So I shouted her one chocolate, and then all people were walking past, "What's going on?" And the queue was out the door for these kids to do TikToks. And I get the permission. So just for those of you who are wondering, I do get the permission from the parents. I do not post it on TikTok unless the parents agree, and we put it up. We had the account private for a long time, but now it's open. And if the parent wants me to take it down, I have no objection. I've got a big sign that says, "Dear customer, Chocolate Johnny is always live streaming on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, you name it. If you're having a problem with that, please tell him and he won't put you on there." No one's ever said anything. So yeah, that's the way I used it. And people were waiting, and when you're standing in front of this and looking, what are you going to do? You're going to look. Your mouth's going to start drooling. You start thinking, "Oh, the kids are going to be like 10 minutes. I might as well just buy a bag. Damn, don't it be once. I'll buy a bag of chocolate honeycomb or marshmallows or peanut brittle or the salted caramel." They start eating them, and then they have a coffee, and then all of a sudden, the cash register looks a lot better at the end of the day. And I just keep doing it. With the pandemic, we stopped it. So I started a trend called Naming Chocolate, and I wrote people's names in chocolate. It wasn't anything fancy. It wasn't really good. And one of those went viral to, I think, 400,000 views. And then I started collaborating with people. I love collabs. And I found some really amazing Aussies, and I sent them a big box of chocolates. I sent them about a $200 gift box. And I said to them, "I just love what you do. You don't have to post it. You're not obliged to it. I just love seeing Aussies really do well." And they said, "Love it. Thank you so much." They didn't have to, but they did. 3 of their videos were 1.5 million people, with a lot of people reaching out to us. And that worked really well. Then I started doing TikTok meetups. So people who were watching me on TikTok were coming into the store and wanting to get a selfie and buying stuff. So yeah, we did a lot of work. We live stream all the time from our TikTok account. Yeah, sorry, I seem to go on, but I just love the TikTok. I love it. It's just a platform, I think, that I don't care if you're in whatever business you are in, you've got to be in it. I don't care what. And people say to me, "Oh, it's for young kids." I said, "Oh, look, I'm 56. I'm going bald. I've got a grey head. Mate, I'm crushing it. For me, I feel I'm crushing it. I mean, 13,000. I've seen people my age as well with 8 million followers, 1 million followers, 500,000 followers. Why wouldn't you on there? TikTok now is changing their algorithm. There's not much dancing on there.
Yeah.
There is, but they love edutainment. So education with combining with entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people that I see now are teaching how to do stuff, how to do social media, how to do Instagram, how to do chocolate. Now I'm going to be teaching them on the Perfection Chocolate account how to make an Easter egg. I'll teach them how to temper chocolate. I'll make a small batch of peanut brittle, caramel. On the other one, on the Chocolate Johnny, I'll teach people how to live stream. I'll give them tips on how to do social media for your small business. And I've seen it just skyrocket for some people. We're talking 100, 200, 300,000 views.
Yeah.
You don't get that anywhere. And it's organic.
Yes.
We're talking about organic. You're not paying anyone for it. You are the influencer.
Yes.
You have to understand if you're out there listening to Kerry and myself and you're thinking, oh, I got to pay. No, you are the influencer now. You own the business. Kerry runs her business. Mm-hmm. Who knows her business better than Kerry? Kerry. So I want to see her in front of the screen. I want to see you in front of the screen. I want you. And if you're afraid of the screen, there's so many other options. Turn the camera away from you and point to whatever you do.
Yep.
Get one of your team members to be in it. I've seen so many small businesses with their team members doing it and crushing it. And you know who's behind it? The person who owns it is actually talking, and the team are talking back and questions and stuff like that. So anyway, go TikTok. Don't be afraid.
Super interactive. I love it. And for yourself in your chocolate store, you've created this level of engagement in the store. Like, that's pretty cool in itself, Like you said before, bricks and mortar, people coming in and out, but you've captured that opportunity and you've turned it into something I think that's really, really special. John, I do want to ask you though, and it was a little while ago now that Instagram brought out the Reels. So have you started hopping on the Reels?
Yeah, I've hopped on the Reels and I've done the Reels, and I'm not a big fan. Maybe I don't do them enough or properly. I've got some people who absolutely love the Reels and said they're migrating off TikTok and going on to Reels, but I haven't seen a Reel that's got 1.2 million views or 500,000 views from someone that's not famous.
Yeah,
I look at all the famous guys and they got, the million views. But I would love to see someone who's got 50,000 or 100,000 views and 500,000 views and 20,000 comments.
Yeah.
Hello. Or you want that, you want to make that your TikTok, and sorry to go back to TikTok, but you want to make your TikTok go even further. You get on there and you reply to everyone that you can.
Mm-hmm.
The algorithm loves that because they're engaging, and it goes from 500 to 600 and 700, maybe 1 million, or it goes from 5,000 to 10,000 to 35,000. One of my recent ones was 35,000 views. I can't even remember what it was. It was me just telling people, hey, thanks. It was, hey guys, thanks for asking the question about what I do with the chocolate after the Oompa Loompas make their names in chocolate. I'll show you. We just roll it up. It's all dry and solid, and we just roll it up. We put it back in the bowl. We re-temper it and re-melt it, and we use it again for the next lot of names. 35,000 views. Okay, where do I get comments of where do I buy your chocolate? Where are you? What are you doing? Do you sell this? What do you make? So it's fantastic. So Reels, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should be a little bit more Reelsy into it. It's funny. TikTok, good old Instagram has said, if you post a Reels with the TikTok watermark, we're not going to share it out and show the world. So a lot of people now are finding a way of getting rid of the watermark and just putting their TikTok straight onto it. I don't know. I feel like there's a different crowd on there, Kerry. I don't know why. I don't know. Yeah, look, I've seen it work for a lot of people, but I've seen some people, I can be quite, not awkward. What's the word? Cringy. But I've seen some people on there that I know, and I'm like, I'm finding you cringy. Could you imagine what these kids and younger people are thinking? Far out.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I think it's the kind of platform, though. It's about it needs an element of hype to it. You know, like you said, it's not all about dancing, and it's not all about the younger generation. But there's so much. You know, people have got to think outside the square. You know, it's not a case of, oh, this is what I do. No one's going to find that interesting. You can make it interesting. And you can make it engaging, right?
Yeah, 100%. Dr. Chithra is a friend of mine in New York. She's a dentist.
Mm-hmm.
Holy cow, she comes up, she's got, 40,000 followers. Who'd ever thought that a dentist on TikTok would have 40,000 followers? There's a doctor who does plastic surgery, 2 million followers. There's nutritionists. There's a chiropractor.
Yep.
I think they've got 800,000 followers. There's a girl, Celia, an Aussie in Melbourne, and she's got 700,000 followers. And all she does is talk about balloons. I love it when people come up to me and try and fight it. Come on, let's go. TikTok. But yeah, Instagram's a funny beast. I did a live yesterday with Eva, and we showed people the thing, and I got 154 views. It's okay. All right, I'm happy. Yeah. I got more than one view. Kerry, that's all I care about.
That's right.
I get more than one view. If I get one view or one comment, it's all right.
Yeah, we can't focus. We can't focus on the numbers too much, but it's interesting, that different dynamic from one platform to the other. And I think for anyone listening, it's all about finding the right place for you and your business, and finding where your audience is, but what works for you too. Like you said before, not everyone's comfortable to jump in front of the camera, but if they are, there's all these platform opportunities for them, and TikTok is one that probably a lot of people don't even think has the potential for them. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think they, I love what you said, because I totally agree with it. But on the other hand, I do tell everyone to try everything as much as they can. Mm-hmm. Give it a go. But don't tell me you've done it for a week and that's over. You have to be persistent, and you'll see after a while what really works. You might say, you know what, TikTok's not for me, Charles. It's not really working, but my Reels is doing really well. And my Instagram engagement's starting to pick up. Well, then go for it. Go all in, 100%. Just keep pumping it in. And like you said, start thinking out of the box.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people with some, ADHD. There's kids who suffer from depression. There's people, there's clinical psychologists giving amazing tips.
Yes.
Anyway, I can go on and on and on. I learn a lot. My son, my younger son, loves trading on the stock market. Mm-hmm. I opened up an account for him, and he's learnt all the trading on TikTok. He follows all the Aussie traders. I mean, he doesn't trade unless he sits down with me and let's have a look at it. He's 17 going on to 18 in a couple of months, and he's learning all about that stuff. So.
You're listening to the BizNation podcast. I would love to connect with you outside of the podcast, and you can find me on Clubhouse, Instagram, Facebook, or LinkedIn by searching my name, Kerry Zarb, or directly on my website under, you guessed it, kerryzarb.club. And don't forget, if you need more support in your business, you can also find me on Facebook under Micro and Small Business Support Group. It's amazing, John. I use TikTok on the treadmill, because since COVID, like, I've been on the treadmill, so I need some form of entertainment. I can't just watch a TV program on the treadmill. I need something a little bit more engaging, So TikTok is on the treadmill with me every morning without fail. And I'm flicking through whatever comes up on the feed, and it's, anything from cooking to gardening to, like yoga and yes, there's what do they call it? Shuffle dancing and all that kind of stuff. But see, I actually have saved some shuffle dances, so it keeps showing me shuffle dances. That's what comes up. That's how the algorithm works. So, Yeah, but I think you're right. It's very educational, and it's very, for me, it's super engaging, and you can pretty much find anything that you like on there. It's got such a range, and it's really for all audiences, which is what I love about it as well. To be able to flick through and go from a recipe, over to some gardening, like I said, is just brilliant. And the only thing I will say about TikTok, and I hope that they do make, I doubt it, but it would be nice if they made an improvement, because I can like and I can add to favorites. I've only got those two options, and I can comment, obviously, and engage. But I wouldn't mind a little bit more of a folder system of what I want to keep, so I can actually store things by interests, don't you think? That would be cool, right?
I'm laughing because you don't want to see I've got a favorites page that just scrolls and I'm like, oh my God, where do I start? You're so right. That would be amazing, because Instagram has that. You can put your favorites into categories. Like, I've got chocolate and I've got this and I've got that. Oh my gosh, what a great idea. I never even thought about it. Good on
It's
you,
the
Kerry.
only thing I feel
Yeah.
missing. It's really.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally agree, because that's right. The other day I was looking for something in particular, and I think I've saved hundreds and hundreds of
Yes.
stuff, or, not saved, but put in my favorites. Yeah, I think they should do that. We
Yeah,
should reach out
definitely.
to them. Dear TikTok,
Yeah,
us
dear
Aussies
TikTok.
want this.
We'll start a petition. That's what we'll do. Yep. Awesome. So, John, other social medias, where else have you experimented? What have you found? What else have you seen in your journey?
Oh, my all-time favorite is live streaming.
Mm-hmm.
I love putting the camera on my face and talking to you right now. Like,
Yep.
I'm looking right at you and looking at everyone else and just engaging with them. And I it's really funny. I see you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking in and I'm looking in the camera, and the camera's right here,
Yep.
but I see you. I make sure that I'm looking in your eyes and looking into the crowd that are listening to us and watching us. So once I discovered live streaming, 2000, I said it before, 2014, I got on Meerkat. That was hopeless in Australia. And I know a couple of people who did get on there and did well. A friend of mine, String, she was doing well. And I just struggled with it. And then March the 26th, 2015, I'd already been on Meerkat for a while, and up came Periscope from Twitter. It
Mm-hmm.
wasn't originally owned by Twitter. Got on there, found it. I got a ping that there's a new app. Started mucking around with it, but I did try it out, and it worked and was glitchy. And then once again, the Chocolate Johnny, John Capos, analytical brain pulls Periscope apart and says, "Oh, what are we doing? What are we doing this for?" So I remember mid 2015, towards the end, I started selling products on there, but I didn't sell, I showed. I tell that to a lot of people. Even when you get on other platforms, don't sell to me.
Yeah.
And that could mean like, "Hi, my name's David Papadopoulos and I have this thing and I want you to buy it and go to this." No, I want to know who you are, David.
Mm-hmm.
Who are you? I want to build a relationship with you first.
Yep.
And then I want to build a trust. Because without the trust and the relationship, what am I going to get from you? Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And then when that all matches together and we have a good relationship, we have the trust together, your business will build.
Yep.
It will grow. Typical, I know everyone hates me saying this, but yeah, build it and they will come.
Yeah.
And it's true. That's one of my all-time favorite movies, Kevin Costner. And John Earl Jones is the voice of Darth Vader, which is one of my most favorite movies as well, Star Wars. And he says, "Build it and they will come."
Mm-hmm.
And they do.
Mm.
But build it right. Build it with love. Build it with integrity. Build it with empathy. Build it with passion. Build it with a relationship. Build it with trust.
Mm-hmm.
They will buy from you. I get a lot of people say, "Oh, but you sell chocolate." I said, yes, but you sell something that you love. If you don't love it, you're not going to sell it.
No.
Right? There's
Agreed.
no way. But if you love what you do and if you're passionate, you will sell a pencil. You will.
Yeah.
If you're passionate, you'll sell this USB stick.
Yeah.
If you love it that much that you know that it's good, you'll sell these glasses, or you will sell your service.
Yeah.
Right? If you're a coach, if you're a mentor, if you're I don't like using this word, but expert and a guru and all that. And if you know Facebook ads, and if you know Instagram, and if you know social media, if you know leadership, and if you're a CEO, and if you're a cleaner and you know how to use the best products to clean homes, you can make a business out of that.
Yeah, definitely. So, John, I've got another question for you. Where do you live stream these days? Where's the go-to place for you now that, past Meerkat and past Periscope? Where are you now?
Oh, Kerry, where do I start? So, well, Facebook Live.
Yep.
Instagram Live.
Yep.
TikTok Live.
Yep.
Udemy Live.
Mm-hmm.
What was the other one? Oh, I haven't been on it for a while. Oh, YouTube Live.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to think all the platforms I love. So I got called out by a guy, not called out in a bad way, I called out in a good way. Company called HAPS, HAPPS.
Mm-hmm.
HAPS. Yep, write it down. HAPPS.
Yep.
They are a live streaming platform. They are so good. And you can live stream into multiple platforms. So I can live stream now into my Instagram. No, sorry, not yet. LinkedIn Live I can't get. I don't know why. That's another downfall for LinkedIn. Oh, LinkedIn needs to put a whole new bunch of kids in there, not adults. They don't know what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so we need. So I start my live stream under HAPS. It goes into my Facebook page, and I can pick either my private, my public, or a page that I manage. It also goes into Periscope. It goes into Twitter. It goes into Twitch, which I have an account, which then goes from Twitch. I also do, did I say YouTube?
No, you didn't say that.
Yeah, YouTube. And I think that's it.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Cool. So I do one live stream now. So we do at Christmas every year, we do a virtual 24 virtual advent calendar. So, the advent calendars.
Yeah.
For those of you out there, so you buy a big thing, and either it's got little doors, but we do it virtually. Eva and I, we get on, and I do it through either Ecamm or StreamYard, but also HAPS. And with HAPS, then we have lower thirds, which is I have the writing down here, and then I have the logo up here, and I have a whole lot of stuff coming on, and then I can switch it. So I've got different photos, and I put music onto it, and I go, "G'day everyone, it's day one, and it's the 2021 Christmas virtual advent calendar. We're back, and here we go. And today is day one, and guess what? This is day one. I've opened it up, and look, it's a chocolate freckle. And then tomorrow it's peanut brittle, and then and Eva holds this big box, and at the beginning it's empty, and then we just throw it in. And at the end of it, we give the whole lot away. 24 items in a big box, we give it away. Are you okay with me just telling a couple of tips for some people?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. So, if you've got your phone, when you turn on your phone, right, you've got your phone, the phone video goes to you straight away, I think. What I suggest to people is turn so it's the video camera's facing away from you.
Yep.
And once it's facing away from you, hit the record button on the video and just talk into it, but describe to everyone what you're looking at. So it's hit the button and you see, just pretend people are watching.
Yep.
Look into the camera, but it's not looking at you, the phone. The phone's facing away from you. And you can see, look into the screen so you can see, g'day everyone, my name's Debbie, and I'm here in my garden, and that's a white rose. I love white roses, and this is the grass, and look how green it is, and that's the footpath, and then walk into your house because you love your home. And talk about your home, but just do it on video. Then stop it, have the courage to look at it and listen to your voice. And I know you're going to hate your voice. Now, I don't know anyone who loves their voice. I think most people, but you got to remember everyone loves your voice, whether you do or don't. That's fine. And keep practicing like that 7 days straight. And at the 7th day, it sort of clicks in that, this is easy. And then point it up and maybe point it at your husband or your wife or your boyfriend or your girlfriend, the cat, and start, trying to engage with them. After a week, maybe 2 weeks, hit the button to turn the camera around to you. Now, we're only doing video.
Yep.
Only doing video. Now, point the camera, hit record, and look into the camera and say, "Hi, this is John. I'm here in my store, and I just want to show you all my products." And you're going to and you're going to and you're going to make mistakes, and you're not going to sound the best, and you're going to get nervous. But remember, it's only to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you build the strength and the muscles of doing that, then you can do your first live. But you're going to do it the other way like we first started. Now, please, if there's someone out there who says they don't talk to themselves, then you're really insane, because I love talking to myself because I don't argue with myself. I'm always right, and I love what I say. So what I suggest is you look into the mirror and just talk to yourself. That's a good way of practicing your live streaming. Anyway.
Yeah, love it. Thanks, John. I appreciate that. And I think you're right. It's practice. You just do it and do it and do it until you are more comfortable. And everyone's going to reach that point at a different stage. You know, some people might take a week, some people might take a month. But if you just keep doing it, you get used to yourself, let's be honest, because a lot of us haven't done, you know, public speaking or presenting or anything like that. So, yeah, it's interesting to go down and have a go, you know. And like you said, it's just to yourself. So there's no harm, no foul. And, the repeating and the practicing is what makes it, I think, awesome. Love it. So, John, where can we find you? You've got all your social handles, obviously.
Yeah. We've got Perfection Chocolates everywhere. If you sort of type in Google, hopefully my team have done the right thing and we're ranking highly on SEO. But I've got competition on that. You know, I won't mention the other competitors, but they've got a lot more money in their budget to sort of go, yeah, we can crush chocolate, Johnny. So yeah, perfectionchocolates.com.au. I'm on Instagram, Perfection Chocolates, Twitter, Perfection Chocolates, Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok. If you join me on TikTok, please leave me a message that you found me from Kerry, and we'll give you a shout out. If you're listening to the show, I'd love you to share it out, screenshot some stuff, and put it on your Instagram posts, or post it on Instagram story or a post. Tag us in it. We would share it out for you as well and give you a shout out. I've got Chocolate Johnny everywhere as well. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. We're on Perfection Chocolates Facebook as well. So, yeah. Join us there wherever you like, everywhere. But if you're listening and this show resonated with you, if there's anything that you guys loved hearing, please reach out to me, DM me, so we can connect, and that way we can share out this amazing person, Kerry, who's got a great show and is an awesome person.
Oh, thanks, Johnny. Appreciate that, mate. No worries. And thank you for being on the show. Thank you so much for your time. I've enjoyed it. It's been a great chat. Good to know a little bit more about TikTok and how all that works with the live streaming. I've written that down. Haps, got it all here. Thank you. Appreciate it.
My pleasure, Kerry.
Thanks, John. Thanks, I will chat to you really soon. Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Thank you for tuning in to the BizNation podcast. It was lovely to share this episode with you. Remember to subscribe to catch all future episodes, and I'd also very much love it if you'd leave me a rating or a review. Until next time, remember that you can also go from headache to heaven in a heartbeat.